So Lucy actually brought up one of a really funny Friends episode, which I appreciated. And in this episode, she was asking kind of about this also. So I just wanted to address it really quick. So on Friends, so the character Monica was asking, Phoebe to cut her hair. And she said she wanted her hair to look like Demi Moore's hairstyle. If you don't know, Demi is a beautiful actress. Yeah. And Phoebe is cutting, and Monica's looking, and she doesn't want to be too critical because Phoebe was nervous about cutting her hair because she said she's too critical and she doesn't want to be nervous. So Monica said, "Oh no, I'm not. I'm very relaxed." And so because she said that she's looking at this haircut and she's like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" She's making this terrible face. And then she says, "Well, the haircut is terrible." And she says, "Well, what happened? I wanted to look like and Phoebe says, "Well, this is how he wears it." And she said, "Who?" She says, "Demi Moore." And she said that, and they realized that she's talking about an actor, Dudley Moore. And Phoebe thought she wanted to have this man's haircut. And it was a terrible haircut and it was hilarious. So, I love that episode. So Lucy, thanks for bringing that up. But she was saying, what went wrong there. And it was just the misunderstanding was just about who the actor was.
Oh, interesting.
So that was interesting. So that's why you might want to bring a picture instead of just saying the name.
Yeah, for sure. And even if it's not like if you're not trying to look like a celebrity, even if you just have a sense of maybe you snap a photo at a magazine, just something you like, that's always a good option. It doesn't always work for me with my stylist, but it's a good thing to try.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about more what happens? You get in and there, you start to talk about the style. So if you do bring in a picture, what could you say?
Okay. So you can show them the picture. Probably it's on your phone and you can say, "Can you do something that looks like this?" Right?
Yeah. Just something like that. And then if you want, sometimes I go in and I just want advice. Like, I'm not sure what I want. So if I just want advice, I might just say "Oh, what would you recommend?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What would you recommend? Or you could say, "I want something blank." And what are those things you might want, for example, Michelle?
For example, you could say I think a big phrase that comes up is low maintenance, right? Do you hear that one? Because if you're a person, you just want to wake up, you don't want to do too much to your hair. You're not going to put a lot of product in it. You're not going to blow dry it, blah, blah, blah. You might say, "Oh, I want something low maintenance."
Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's good. Low maintenance. And then, or I want something cute, which is kind of ambiguous. We probably would want to be a little bit more clear on what's cute to you, right?
Right. Or stylish, or, I forgot to put this in, but if you're asking for length off, sometimes they just put you in front of the mirror and they say "What are we doing today?"
Oh,
right?
yeah, usually. I think typically what you do is you walk into the salon, or what happens to me is my stylist comes and gets me in the lobby. She walks me to her chair and we sit down and look at it dry, and we say, "Okay, what do we want to do?" And we envision what we want, and then I go to the person give me a hair. Sorry, I'm just going blank. To wet my hair and to just kind of get under the faucet, and that's it. And then I go back to my stylist.
Right. So exactly. So I forgot to put this in, but let's say, you want, how many inches. You usually start talking in inches or in length. Exactly. You'll say "Oh, I want it to my shoulders," or just a couple of inches off, something like that.
Yep. Precisely.
Right. So that's what you might say. But, I also wanted to include some, kind of specific style words. Because I thought that'd be fun. So what's the first one, Lindsay? We kind of threw this one out a little bit already. Yeah,
just a trim. This is super common. You hear this all the time. It really means you just want to take off maybe 2 inches, right? An inch.
Yeah, usually the unhealthy part. Maybe if they're split ends.
Split ends. Yeah, sure. That's a good one too. Split ends.
I know there's so many vocabulary words in with this. I know I had to pick and choose, but split ends. Oh gosh, we could do 10 episodes about haircuts.
For sure. And now these next 3, I don't know that well. So you're going to have to chime in here, Michelle. What's the next one?
So the next one is pixie cut.
Okay. What does that look like? I'm confused about that.
A pixie cut is like a short hairstyle. Like, and guys, we're focusing mostly on like, these are words that I know for, potentially more so women's cuts.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I will talk about men in just a second quickly. But I just went with what I know. So a pixie cut it's basically a short hairstyle. Like,
okay.
If I have a friend who has a really cute pixie cut. It's like totally short and very stylish. And so that's what it is. If it's just a short style.
Okay. And what's a bob?
A bob is when you think of like the 1920s. Right? Like it's like usually like pretty short, but it's not like short. It's like maybe down to like your chin.
Okay. And it kind of goes under, sort of curls under.
Yeah. Like, Or like, now I'm going to go look at a picture.
I can envision it from the movies in the 20s.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.